Every house has its secrets, but ours felt like it was built from them. It was an old place, the kind with creaking floors and shadows that stretched too long in the corners. My room was on the top floor, directly beneath the attic hatch. That hatch was always sealed, a dark square in the ceiling promising nothing but dust and forgotten things. But sometimes, late at night, I'd hear it. A faint, almost imperceptible sound, like something shifting just above my head. It started subtly, a soft scuffing sound, then a low, dragging noise. It wasn't the wind and it wasn't the house settling. It was too deliberate, too rhythmic. I'd lie awake, heart pounding, listening to the slow, heavy movements directly overhead. Sometimes I'd hear a faint whisper, a breathy murmur that seemed to seep through the plaster. It was never clear enough to understand, just a chilling suggestion of a voice. It felt like someone was talking to themselves, or perhaps to me. The sounds grew bolder, a distinct thud, as if something heavy had been dropped. Then a slow, dragging scrape, like furniture being moved across rough wood. I started to feel a pressure, a weight in the air, as if the very presence above was pressing down on my room. I tried to tell my parents, but they just laughed it off. "It's an old house, dear," they'd say. "Just the wind or mice." But I knew it wasn't mice. Mice don't drag things, and they certainly don't whisper. One night, the sound stopped abruptly. The silence was worse than the noise. It was a heavy, watchful silence. I felt an intense, prickling sensation as if I was being stared at. My eyes were fixed on that dark hatch. I imagined eyes, cold and unblinking, peering down through some unseen crack. I pulled the covers tighter, but the feeling persisted. It was as if whatever was up there knew I was listening, knew I was afraid. Then a new sound began. A slow, deliberate tapping directly on the hatch. 1 tap, 2 taps, 3. It was a pattern, a message. My breath hitched in my throat. I wanted to scream, but no sound would come out. The tapping stopped. A long, agonizing pause. Then, a single soft scratch right above my head. It sounded like a fingernail dragging slowly across the wood. It was a warning, a promise. I never looked into the loft, I couldn't. The house is still there, and so is the hatch. I moved out years ago, but sometimes late at night I still hear it. That faint, almost imperceptible sound, like something shifting just above my head. And I wonder who is still up there, and what are they waiting for? Because some secrets, once awakened, never truly go back to sleep. They just wait.